Today I will show you the app IST Home, which is the communication app between SFO and the kindergarten with you parents. To get the app, you need to use the App Store or on either the Android or your iOS device. I am on an iPad now, so I will use the App Store. I will then press search and I'll write IST Home. The first app that appears looks like a building. That is the correct app. Once that one appears, you can press Hent or download, and once it's downloaded, you get it on your home screen. When you press the IST Home app, you will get an entry window, and it says login. So you log in. Now you have to choose login med ID-porten, log in. You have several choices here. I will use bank ID. Once you get into the app, we need to turn it into English. To turn it into English, you press menu down in the right corner. Then you choose innstillinger and velg språk. Here you have the option to choose English and press start på ny. Now your app is in English. On the front page of the app, you have a calendar view where the next days coming up you can choose individually. For example, if I press Monday, the 20th of June, I have 5 different options here which I can choose from. All of these are shortcuts, and I will go into depth in what each of these does. The first thing we're going to check is the send button, the plus button in the middle of the screen. It says send. Here you have the option to report leave, report absence, and submit schedule. We are going to start with submitting a schedule. A schedule is the approximate time when your child will be in SFO or barnehage, and it's only for the employees to have a decent understanding of when the child is supposed to be delivered. So we choose a start date, for example Monday, and press OK. Here you have the option to choose how long the schedule is going to last. It will keep repeating itself. But if you have, for example, 2 different weeks of delivering and picking up your child, you can choose alternating weeks. I will only choose 1 week. Okay. Here I can choose which days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. I will here press Monday. I can now pick when I'm supposed to leave my child and when I'm supposed to pick my child back up. So if I say at 8 o'clock I will leave and at 4 o'clock I will pick up, I can now choose the different days this will happen. For example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I can press OK. The times will now appear on the timeline. But for example, if my child is in SFO, it might be 2 different times every day. So I press Friday again here now, and let's say I will leave my child at 7:30 at SFO, and the child will be at SFO before the school starts, and the school starts at 8:30. And if I press extra time on day, I will get a new scroll bar. So let's say the child goes back into SFO at 2 o'clock and will be there until 3:30, like that. Now I press OK, and in the timeline now you see there are 2 different times. Okay, I'm finished with my schedule and I can now press send. and I have to confirm send. To submit the schedule, you also have to confirm your identity once more. So I'll press confirm, and it will be the same process as when we were logging into the app. My schedule is now submitted, and I can close. The next thing we're going to check is on send. Once again, plus button, I can report leave or report absence. Report leave is, for example, if you're going on a vacation, if you're going away, and need to report that your child is leaving for a certain time. Report absence is, for example, if your child is sick and need to report sick for that day. So if I press report absence, I will have an option to, if it's a full day or maybe it's just half a day, and who it applies to. It's my child Roar, and the start time and end time for when the absence is. When you're done putting your start time and end time of the absence, you can press send. You will then get in your calendar view on the top here, Monday 20th June, it says absence full day. So you get it in your overview. The same thing is on report leave, exactly the same report system. It's only about going on vacation instead of sickness. Next thing we're going to look at is events. If you press the events button, you will get all the different information posts from either SFO or Barnehagen about whatever they post about. Here you can press each of the posts and you get more information. If you want to message directly to the SFO or Barnehagen, you can press a little talking bubble up to the right, and you have then the possibility to write a direct message to the employees. So if you press the button up on the right again, you will get an option to write to someone. Please contact your SFO or Barnehage to know who you're supposed to send the message to. I'm just gonna pick pick an employee, and then I can write a comment. For example, Roar is sick today, and then I press the paper airplane, and the message is sent. Once you've sent the message, it will appear in the chat window of earlier messages or earlier chats, so it's easier to access. Last thing we're going to look at is in the menu on the right side. Then it says people that can pick up. Press that. I can add persons which are able to be registered as a person to pick up your child. So, for example, I says add person. I just write John Doe, relation, uncle, and then press add. So if John Doe is picking Roar up on, for example, Tuesday, the 21st of June, I press Tuesday, 21st of June, and I can choose pickup agreement. Then I have the option to choose only that Tuesday or every Tuesday and so on. Now I'm going to pick only that Tuesday. And I can choose what type, and it says hentes, which is picked up in Norwegian. And I can choose who they're going to be picked up by, and then I can choose John Doe and send. The kindergarten and SFO will now get in their overview that your child is getting picked up by John, which is the uncle. This is a very short overview of the possibilities in IST Home, but the most important ones.